One of the first conscious things that like got me into music, because I never used to like music. You know, 6 years old, 7, 8, 9, I did not like music. Like people would play music, their music videos on TV while they're cleaning, and I just look at them, I'm like, ah. Then I go outside and play with my friends and stuff like that, you know? But then I was like 11, 12, and I was living in this complex with my mom and Mo, my brother. And there I met this nigga, right? And we were like dead close, man. Like when I tell you that nigga he was my nigga, man. He was my guy, bro. Soon as I get back there, soon as he gets back, you know, we're chatting, even at the gate.
Yeah.
Sometimes, because he could see the gate from a bedroom window from his apartment there that they had. Sometimes when I'm walking in, he'd be there and he'd see me and he's like, hey, yo. And I'm like, yo. I'm like, yeah, I just got back from school. Let me put my bags down and stuff. I'll come check you now, you know? So it was like, we were niggas, man. Like, ride or die, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like every day we're chatting, we're playing D-ski. And no lie, I've liked playing D-ski, but I never really understood the professional football. Like I never really understood all of the teams. I never differentiated. Like if you asked me about a player back then, I'd have to say Ronaldo, because like he was like the only player like him, Messi, Neymar, like the only players I knew at that point. But then that dude kind of like introduced me as well to music through this artist, the late XXX Tentacion. That dude's music, he has kind of like a mosh pit vibe, but then he also has...
King mosh pit,
Mosh pit is like loud music, everyone is in there, they're jumping, nodding their head, it's like loud. That's like where people go to turn up, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, he had like mosh pit vibes where some of his songs you listen to it and you just want to like have long hair and just be like, yeah, he had those mosh pit vibes. And some of them he had I don't know if you could consider it emo, like more emotional rap, where he was talking about things like mental health and you know, going through breakups and stuff like that and being sad. Like the first song I heard was literally called Sad, and to this day I still listen to that song. And I'm paying homage.
When you're sad or anytime?
Just anytime, man. When I'm sad, it just hits different, because then I'm like, yeah, man, I feel this song. I feel every word. I feel every hit of the kicks and all of that. But, yeah, he got me into music there with that dude. And then at that point, you know, after I started listening to Triple X, I was kind of like, man, music is actually kind of dope. And a thought that I had when I was like, why don't I just make music? I was with him as well. We were listening to his music, and I was like, man, you know, my uncles also make music. Why don't we just do this? And he was like, I don't know, man. I don't remember exactly what he said, but you know, it kind of went along the lines of, yeah, man, I'm gonna make music as well. I'm gonna write songs. I'm gonna make my own beats as well. And then he was like, yeah, man, go ahead. And then I guess I kind of started off from there. I was like, how do I make beats?
Yeah.
It all started there with that dude after he got me to listen to Triple X. And at first I wanted to do a similar sound, but then I was like, nah, I can't really pull that off, you know, like my voice, my personality, I don't really have that, you know, sad boy vibes, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got sucked in by Drake.
Yeah.
Like the boy really convinced me that being Drake was the way.
Yeah, man.
But so you make this beat, right?
Yeah.
And straight heat, but I remember, okay, you played it for me, and I was like, I was on my way out,
Yeah.
and I was thinking, on my way home, I was like, yes, that thing was fire. But obviously, it wasn't until Joe really put the heat on, like, hey man, that beat Mbola made, we can really do something on. But what was your idea for that beat? Like, once you made it, what was happening in your mind? Like, did you write to it? Did you want to use it?
Yeah, I did at some point. Like I did write to it, but the lyrics got lost somehow because I've had them on my phone, and they got deleted through some other processes that my phone goes through every now and then. And I don't know.
What did
happens,
you write about?
What I wrote about this girl.
That one.
That one.
Yes.
That one. The one that finessed me.
This one is
Because at that point, I was still like, now I was like head over heels. I was like, yeah, man, I'm in love. But then, yeah, nah.
Oh, it was still the good times.
It was like, yeah, it was the quote unquote good times. And the good times. That's when I made it. I was like, yeah, this song, you know,
so
this girl, she got me messed up. And all of that. I was on some Lenny Kravitz lover boy type shit, man.
So I jinxed you, bruh. Okay, I put a hex on that thing with those lyrics.
Yeah, nah, but those lyrics, I'm happy with those lyrics, man. Because they kind of like, it's kind of like with that beat, knowing that it went from me wanting to write about that girl, right? Which would have been, right now, which probably would have been like worst mistake. Like if I recorded something about her and released it on that beat, I would have been furious with myself right now. Right now, I would have been like, why did I do that? I could have done something else. Like having a beat about that where it's like, I'm down for someone, you know, I'm loving someone and all of that. Just to have them in the end not really mess with you that much, and then it ends because they do something that just really messes you up, man. So it's like, when you took it and you used it, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, yeah, this is what that beat was meant for. It's like, yeah.
It's
same girl, different story.
Eish.
And the fact that it came from you was like, that's a sign. That's what that beat was gonna represent. When I listen to it, think of that girl. It's like, yo, on the gram, check the gram, comments,
you know,
hearts, all of that.
Yeah.
DMs and all of that. And I'm just like, yeah, nah. What he's talking about there happened here. So now at least it's not like the typical warnings from other rappers where they be like, oh, she broke my heart and I'm sad now, I'm on drugs and all that. It's like, the way that song kind of hit me is like, watch out, man. Yeah, so after the first time I heard that, I was like, damn, that's dope. But that first time I heard it, I wasn't like as wise to the topic, and I wasn't like, you know, fully understanding. But the more I kept listening to it, and the more I grew, I can say, between those times was like, kind of taught me to realize it, like, damn, whatever was happening there wasn't what I thought, man.
Yeah.
And now I can like...
Boy, I also drew from such an experience. Better believe that.
Yeah.
Yo, boy, there was this girl. Oh my goodness. You chatting about you didn't write the lyrics, right? I told Max. Imagine, I told Max I was gonna marry this girl. And I was like, I think in primary school. That was probably like telling of my character. I just thought life was a fairy tale for real.
Yeah, you would.
So anyway, she, oh my man, let me tell you something. She showed me all the flames, bruh.
Turned into Chris Brown and turned his beat sideways.
Oh boy, look, no.
Full 180,
I can say honestly that for whatever I knew at that time about anything, I was in love. And it was one of those lessons that I learned.
Girl, I know you're lying when you're posting. Smiley face emoji, but you're broken. Then you wonder why they always ghosting. Girl, I know you're lying in the caption. Thirsty nigga, why you always guessing? Then we wonder how they really trapped him. Use your common sense, it's not the comment section.